Oh, where did my phone go? Oh, I just lost my phone.
There you go.
I got it. Hey guys! So, no, you're not imagining things. That actually is my stream title. And I was doing some thinking today. And I had to think about. I thought about the pros and cons about a MacBook. Now, I normally, I've always been a huge fan of using a MacBook. You guys know that. I love the operating system. And I've been thinking about getting the newest MacBook. The only downside about it, and this is not the newest one, the only downside is that I know how I am. I know that I'm going to damage that computer. I know that something will happen, and then eventually I'll get a repair that's costly, assuming that it's not covered under Apple Care, or, or because parts are harder and harder to source, there might be a little part inside of that computer that breaks that makes that computer unfixable. And this is the reality of things. Parts are, from what I've been hearing, are harder to find for certain things, for the newer computers, and I want to beat the curve. So this is not me saying something along the lines of, yes, I think Lenovo's a superior computer. Yes, I hate MacBooks. Oh, MacBooks are pieces of crap. That's not it. It's just that I want a computer that can last me a long time. And when it comes down to it, the thing that I love the most about the MacBook is the size of it. I like the operating system, OS X. And that's about it. That's about it. So I was looking at Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Nano. Now, I don't know how the screen quality is. I don't know anything about specs. Like, I read specs, and this is like a freaking foreign language to me. Like, what is this gigahertz thing? What is this turbo hertz thing? I don't know. I mean, like 256, what PCIe, SS, what is the PCIe? Like, this kind of stuff, I can be very frank. And I know some people will criticize me and be like, Erica, you're such a dumbass. Like, you don't understand this stuff. This stuff is so easy to understand. Don't you know what LPDDR4 is? You should know that. I don't know that. I can be honest with that. But, so, the thing why I'm thinking about getting a Lenovo is I only want to get a Lenovo if I can run OS X on it. I refuse to use Windows, because I just have such a bad experience using Windows, and I feel like the MacBook operating system, the Apple operating system, is superior than Windows. Like, I'm used to it. I've been using in a MacBook for about, what was it, 9 years already. So my worst case scenario, like I'm saying, is this: I spill water on the MacBook. I get a new MacBook. I spill water on it. It turns out to be unfixable, and then I end up with the lemon. So that is why I'm thinking about going into the Lenovo. And yes, there is, you could say just don't drink water over it. Don't worry. Have it be easy, but things happen. I could smash it. It could fall on the ground. The nice MacBook could fall on the ground, and then I have to replace the screen. And screen replacements aren't that cheap. So I'm thinking not just like I want my computer my next computer to last me about 5-7 years. Ideally 10 years if I could, but that's not going to happen, right? So I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing the price, $949. Like, that seems like a fine price to me. Normally I don't know if that's really right, if it's like normally $2,499. But again, or this stuff over here, like, what is this? Like, I guess like this is the basic one, but then if you want to go to the more powerful one, yeah, like you get more memory here, and I guess memory is a good thing. But why is, like, I don't understand, like, if you look over here, okay, so they're all 13 inches, which I like 13 inches, but like this memory is double. See, this one over here, and this one is double. But how come this one is more expensive than this one? You see? So the $1,571 one has 8 gigs of memory, but this one has 16. And this one also, this $1,199 one also has 1 terabyte hard drive versus this one has 256. I don't get it. I don't get the pricing of this thing. Is it because one is black weave and the other one is classic black? Let's see. How's black weave look? Oh god, it has a freaking red nipple on it. Oh my lord. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. I hate that freaking. Oh god. Oh. Oh, I hate that so much. I know, Oreo, I know, I hear that too. See that? See that? Oh gosh. So it's not aluminum. It's not sexy, but it will most likely last me longer than a MacBook. And if I want to get this thing repaired, right, I don't have to worry about. I mean, like, I'm not too sure about a ThinkPad, but if I had this for about 6 years, it's not like the part will be. I imagine like they won't be like, sorry, we can't fix it, or sorry, the part's no longer available, kind of thing. Too bad, so sad. Oh, let's see. Hackintosh is not. Let's see over here. What is the System 76 thing? Like that, I'm gonna diss on this, but System 76 sounds like some kind of generic Chinese computer. It's like one of those like.
You sound like a hip chick that buys what's fashionable.
I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't Linux. Like, I don't want to use Linux. I want to use OS X. Can I put OS X on here?
Then replace your keyboard, girl.
Huh?
Replace your keyboard. It's only 180 screws. That'll be easy.
See, I don't understand. Like, what this? 40 gigs of memory? What? That's so tiny. Wait, is that tiny? Wait, let me see.
40 gigs of RAM or hard drive?
Oh, 40 gigs of. Wait, never mind. 40 gigabytes of memory. Never mind. Memory is different than this.
How much RAM does your MacBook have?
4, I think.
How much does that have that you just
up to 40. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking about something else. I was thinking of that SSD. I thought that was only 40 gigs. What is this? Open source. Something tells me as a MacBook user, I'm not gonna like the System 76 thing very much. Yeah, I want to stick to my little operating system. Again, I can be very transparent, very open with you guys and tell you I don't know about computers. And that's okay because a lot of people are not.
It's not okay to not know shit about computers in 2021. You people who are computer illiterate will be left behind in society.
That's why people buy MacBooks. Okay, so I can't install. You know what the thing is? Like, okay, here's the thing. So I was thinking, what if I got this and then I paid someone to put in OS X on it, so that way it's like I don't have to deal with it. And yeah, and then I could just use the computer. Oh, I'm thinking disk space. No, I mean, like, I'm chatting with people. I'm chatting with people who are like very savvy about computers and probably build their own computers, and I've never done that before. It's not one of those things that I see myself doing. You know, like, I want a laptop. People don't build their own laptops from scratch, really, right? Like a really thin one. You buy one. Desktop, I understand people can build their own desktop, but I just want to get a thin laptop. something that's not so heavy. What's the reasoning for wanting a Lenovo? So I thought about it. I think, like, with the way Apple is, if I break the computer, like if I get a new MacBook and let's say I spill water on it for whatever reason, something, it falls on the ground, I crack the screen, it's going to be pretty cost prohibitive. And I think I won't be surprised if it just turns into it's gonna just be way too costly. And if something breaks, right, like I can bring it over to Apple and get it fixed, and I can pay for it. But I kind of just want a computer that I feel like is a little bit more resilient. I don't know how resilient MacBooks are to drops. Like, one of the reasons why I don't really like a lot of the newer MacBooks is I feel they're really thin, and when they're really thin, it kind of scares me. No, I'm serious. Like, when I see how thin this thing, I think, holy crap, if this thing falls off the bed, I could easily break it, and I rather have something a little bit more with substance, not like paper thin kind of stuff. So with the Lenovo, I feel like it would be maybe a little bit more durable, and maybe parts are easier to replace, and yeah, it's a little bit more simple that way. But I still think that for operating systems, like in my personal opinion, like I really like using OS X. So I would only want to get a ThinkPad if I could put OS X in there. Yeah, I don't know anything about this gigahertz thingy-majingy. I want a computer, basically what I want is this. I want a computer that I can put OS X on it, and it's thin, and I don't have to worry too much about it. That's it. So if I drop it and if I break it, it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. And yeah, I know people would say, well, just don't drop your computer, Erica. You'll be okay. But I think that, it is a very real possibility. Life happens. I don't need to have like a paper thin computer. And I just kind of also worry, like if I had a MacBook, right, and one little component or one little piece broke inside of it, let's say something in the screen or something, right? And then you can't source the screen or something like that, right? It's like I feel like I would end up possibly with a lemon. So I don't want that either. So I kind of feel like, okay, I don't mind going over to a ThinkPad, because ultimately what I like about my laptop is I like using the operating system. And I like the lightness of it. I don't like a MacBook just so I can be like, oh, look at me, look at this, I'm Mr. Moneybags over here with my MacBook. Like, some people think people like MacBooks because they like to show off or things like that. That's not it. I really just like using my computer. This computer's indoors like 99.5% of the time. But I also think about, like, I want to see how the screen looks too. Because, like, Lewis's screen, I'm not happy with it. It looks kind of...
Shit.
Yeah. It's not as vivid like the MacBook screens. Like, the MacBook screens, you see it, it's like, ooh, nice, sharp, right? So, yeah, I care a lot about that kind of stuff, because it's like, I like using my computer, I like going on YouTube, I like looking at graphics, I want to enjoy looking at what I'm reading, right? It's not just simply using a computer, but I thoroughly want to enjoy it. System 76 told Lewis they will fix their hardware till it's dust. You can get a deal from them. Oh, whatever. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm not worried about stepping on this. Actually, have I stepped on Cleo? I might have stepped on Cleo a few times. Okay, what do you guys think? You know the System 76 thing? I wish they had a more catchier name. It's just yeah, it just like they're
Trendy Wendy.
it's true. It's true. System 76 sounds like
You're not their target demographic.
I'm yeah, obviously not their target
They want
demographic.
computer people to purchase their products.
Huh? They what?
They want computer literate people to purchase their products.
Yeah, but the market for non-tech people is you know, very
They're not competing
huge.
in that market.
Okay.
They'll never win.
Anyway, yeah, so the System 76 thing, right? You think I could install OS X on this thing? No? Yes? I mean, I don't think so. It's just I don't know anything about this stuff. Like I'm reading this like Ryzen CPU, and I know people. I feel like whenever I hear this Ryzen CPU thing, people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love this," but I don't know anything about this stuff. Like I hear the term, and I know I know people like it, but I don't know anything else besides people like it. Like I hear about like some AMD stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, people really like that. And they get all hyped about this stuff, but like RTX graphics. Like I guess that's really good, but I don't know. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay. Not really, no, OS X is all... What? Okay, OS X, zero chances of this? Okay, so... Okay, people are saying no to System 76 because I can't install OS X on it. If I can't, out of there. Okay. So, Lenovo, you think I can install OS X on this thing? Is there a computer that can easily install OS X on that thing? And it's not a MacBook. I'm not a hardcore Mac cultist. I like I said, I'm open to using another computer. I just want to run OS X on it because I'm so used to it.
I'll give you a Windows theme that looks like OS X.
No, I don't want that.
You won't tell the difference.
I can tell the difference. I'm gonna click on it. I'll be like, where's my?
Click about this back and it goes dot 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 dot.
No, I don't want that. OS X generally is only on Apple. So what is this Hackintosh thing that I'm reading about? Because I always thought like, okay,
People who hack.
no, but this is what I thought. I thought about this, okay? And you guys correct me if I'm wrong. When I thought about this whole Hackintosh thing and people saying like, oh, just install OS X on another laptop, I thought I could just like remove everything off this like Lenovo and just like boot OS X on it. So whatever is like installed in that ThinkPad, be like, get rid of that, delete it, trash can it. You get what I'm saying? And just I don't know, somehow get OS X on there to boot up automatically. Like I said, I don't mind using a computer that says Lenovo on it, but I want to boot it up and then have a nice my OS X already on there. No? What? Intel CPU and AMD GPU. Is this Intel? Let's see. This is Intel. You got an AMD here somewhere? I don't see the AMD. I feel like I'm doing Where's Waldo. Do we have an AMD here? What drivers? What? I need a Broadcom wireless. I didn't mind having a Lenovo shell with the OS X on it. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so yeah, Why not get a M1 instead of a fake MacBook? So yeah, the whole reason behind thinking about just getting a Hackintosh is because the Hackintosh I felt like would be more repairable than the MacBook. So if, let's say, I broke the MacBook or I spilled water on the MacBook and some part cannot be fixed or cannot be sourced, that kind of thing, then I might have to get a whole nother MacBook, right? So I was thinking like, oh, if I get a Lenovo or something, right, that should be easier to fix. So maybe I could just go that route. But it seems, and I did not know this, but it seems that if I get if I cannot put OS X so easily on a Nano. Yeah, see, this is what I thought. I thought like maybe I could just like send the information onto the ThinkPad and it would just boot up OS X somehow. That's what I was hoping somehow, but it's more complicated than that. Like I said, when I use a computer, I don't care really what the outside of it says. I just like using my little OS X. Oh, they will not sell the Mac OS. Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, do you think you can show me how to make Linux look exactly like OS X?
You don't want to use Linux ever.
Okay, cause
You really don't want to use Linux.
Seal says you can get a PC with actual Linux running, and Lewis can show you how to make it look exactly like OS X.
Fuck off! They're trying to turn me into your personal tech support. You using Linux is a recipe for a disaster. Hey, well, you don't really do anything on your machine though. It's like web browsing and Discord.
Yeah, that's it. But I like using my little OS X. I'm so used to seeing my little.
I'll find you another. Well, why don't you just fix the keyboard on your
Well, oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking longer term. So you see my little when I use OS X, I have my little red button and my yellow and my green. You know, my minimize and here. If you guys are not okay, let's say button close window. Yeah, you see this? See? So I know, see this? See how I have my little X, my little red, and my yellow, my green? I love looking at that. I know it sounds so silly, but I love my little OS X colors, and I like my icons. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to stray from OS X. If I had to go back to that freaking Windows, that little X thing, you know what I'm talking about? It's just not as, I want to say aesthetic. See, this is exactly how I feel like whenever I use it. I feel like, yay. See that? That yay. So, I always feel like it sparks joy in me whenever I use OS X. I'm okay, like I said, I'm okay with using another brand of computer. I just want my OS X. Elementary OS. Okay, let me look at this. Oh. Pay what you want. Okay. Let's see this. Ooh, it looks nice. It does look nice. Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. So, if you use one of this elementary OS things, can you use iMovie on it? I know that sounds so stupid of me to say it that way. Does elementary OS have iMovie? I don't think they have an iMovie. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at oh, goodness. Oh. Okay, that's 2016, though. Maybe a lot has changed in the last 4 years. Okay, we can do green screen on there. Wait. Kden Live. You think that's as good as iMovie? Anybody use that stuff?
It's horrible.
What?
It's horrible. That's why I use DaVinci.
No, but I only want to use iMovie.
Then get a Mac.
I tried using DaVinci Resolve. It didn't stick with me. The only thing that I intuitively understood was iMovie. I'm not kidding you guys. I tried Filmora Wondershare. It didn't stick with my brain either. Only iMovie did. So yeah, it seems that all roads lead back to the MacBook for now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. One moment. Oh, look at this. Oh. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what someone said here. There's a Hackintosh shop. I saw the screen and I was like, oh goodness, I remember the screen. I remember this. I remember Latin days when I used to have the X on the right hand corner. Oh, I remember those days. What computer do I use? They didn't tell me. They just said I need an existing computer with the Hackintosh compatible computer with empty hard drive. This one? Maybe not. I guess this turned into a MacBook user trying to figure this out. Okay, let's see. Hackintosh laptops. Okay. Oh, wait. Close. Damn it! Okay, no, that actually did close. Let's see these Hackintosh laptops. Okay. What? 2017, 2018? No, I wanted to... What is this crappy ass site? Ah! Too much stuff. Okay, let's see. Hackintosh 2021 laptops. Let's look at this. Here we go. 14 best laptops in 2021, 100% tested. So it looks like we got a few. So not the Nano, but it looks like the Carbon is okay. Then we got the Raisin. Razor. Raisin. They said it was the most powerful Hackintosh with portability. That's not me. That's...
Razer is like a MacBook, but you're stuck using Windows. You might as well just get a MacBook.
What?
Razer horrible.
I don't know. Some
Razer has fanboys that are worse than Tesla and Apple fanboys.
This thing looks kind of thick. Is it just me or does this laptop look thick?
You thick.
Oh, I ain't that thick. Okay, let's go back. Let's do the visual. I'm gonna just look at the thinner laptop. Let's see here. The what laptop do you have?
P50.
Okay, that's not the one I want. Hell no.
That's the one that breaks your foot.
That's the one that it went on my foot in the airport. You guys, my foot still remembers. Pepperidge Farm remember. Look at this stuff. This thing looks heavy. That screen does not look like a Retina screen either.
You look like.
Huh? No. Oh, it's an older model. Yeah, no. I can't. Whenever I look at like ThinkPads, some of these old ThinkPads, I'm like, what is this from like 1990s or something? Jeez. Here we go. So we got the X1 Carbon. This looks like the best bet here. It's another robust ThinkPad. Okay. Robust. What is this WQHD resolution? Do you know what that is? WQHD, what is that?
It's more than 1080p. Ask Clinton. He's next to you and he's waiting to advise you. Ask Mr. Clinton.
There's only refurbished ones. Okay, no.
Clinton wants to ask.
Doesn't look like it's the newest. I don't know. I don't know how this one is. Maybe. I'm kind of like a 13-inch, but we'll think about that one. Okay, let's see over here. No, not the Acer. Acer looks like crap. Not. This looks tiny. What is this? 15.6-inch screen. That looks heavy. Okay, never mind. Not that. HP. Oh hell no, HP. No way, I don't want to throw my money out the window. Okay. Dell. This looks kind of heavy. 15.6, too big. So I'm looking over here. Asus. Not Acer, Asus. Lightweight. Oh, it's just as powerful. Wow, it doesn't require a fan? 8 gigs of... What do you guys think about this? This Asus ZenBook i3. You think this can run Big Sur on here?
Big Sur.
Yeah. What's your thoughts about the Asus ZenBook 13?
Asus is another shit.
What?
Just buy a MacBook.
I mean, like, it looks okay. It's like 13.3 inch, which goes on my ideal screen size.
You buy a computer that breaks easy. Just buy a MacBook.
But shouldn't the Asus be easier to fix than the MacBook?
Asus, Erica.
What? I don't know anything about Asus.
Erica.
What?
Buy a MacBook. Get what you want.
No, Asus ZenBook. Okay, so it's like split up because some people on chat says Asus is like good, and other people say Asus is like no, don't get it.
Asus doesn't make it. Asus laptops are all manufactured by the same person that makes HP and Asus
really?
and Toshiba. All that shit's in the same factory. All of it.
Okay, if it
Like,
no
no
HP.
The thing I like about the ThinkPads is that the reason that they look different and the reason that you can drop it off of a ladder and because they use different material and they do a lot of the making of it themselves. The problem is that unless you pay for the good screen, you get a shit screen. And the other problem with it is that, Windows.
Okay.
You want a MacBook, Eric?
Is Asus the same as Acer?
It's all going to be the same shit.
Oh, that's the
same
same.
Factory, same crap.
Oh wow, look at this 17.3-inch screen. Yeah, that's a little too big.
What you want, Erica, is a Mac. And you want a Mac.
But I don't want to deal with it breaking so easily. So that's why I'm willing to go to another computer.
Buy a ThinkPad and use Windows.
No, but I don't want to use Windows. I want to use OS X.
And use a Mac. Buy a Mac.
Okay, let's see what else we got. We got the Dell XPS 9360. How heavy is this computer? It's perfectly compatible with Mac OS Sierra. Is Sierra old? Or I'm thinking High Sierra or Sierra.
That's a few years, but no big deal. You used an operating system that was 12 years old.
Yeah, but that's different. I'm not going to get a newer computer just to run an older one.
Erica,
Okay, how about this? The Lenovo Yoga.
No, the Yoga's a piece of shit. Then you're stuck with Windows, and you have the shitty durability of a MacBook.
Seriously?
Yeah, the Yogas are shit.
Oh. I mean, it looks nice.
I
The
know,
screen
it's
looks
shit.
nice.
The nicer it looks, the shittier it is. It's a universal.
Wow, it has a touch screen.
I know.
That's
how you know
cool.
it's shit.
Yeah, MacBooks don't have touch screens now that I think about it, right? I mean, minus their iPads. Right? I mean, I don't think any MacBook has a touch screen.
Erica?
What?
Mr. Clinton, don't let her buy one of those. You make her get a MacBook or a ThinkPad with Windows, but don't
No,
let her...
ThinkPad with Windows.
Mr. Clinton? Mr. Clinton, you tell her. Mr. Clinton, tell her.
Okay, see, look this. The Razer Blade 15 is the most powerful Hackintosh with.
I think this is it. Is this the website? Here we go. What is he? Hackintosh. Does he have a laptop? Input devices, shop, power supply, right? Oh, boo. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have a laptop guy.
What?
Okay, so this guy has a forum, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna search for machines on his forum that can run OS 10 that are ThinkPads that people can confirm work. This is a place to trust. Okay? Go.
But
This is your homework, Coco.
laptops here, laptop.
Laptop. Yes.
Big Sur laptop report.
Big Sur.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
Maybe you find a ThinkPad that works with it. Maybe you don't.
Dell Latitude. Is that kind of old, or is it just me?
See, this is what you're gonna find if you buy it. Bluetooth doesn't work or random.
I don't really care too much about Bluetooth, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're gonna find out the random shit that doesn't work.
What? Yeah, see, Dell Latitude. Yeah, see, look, what is this?
Latitude's not bad.
2013, August 12th, 2013 is when they had a review. Unless they kept making the same freaking thing. I had a feeling, I was like, isn't that an old laptop? All signs point that it is an older laptop. It's almost as old as Clio. Look at this. May 28, 2014 review. Okay, that's a little old. I'm trying to move forward, not backwards. 95, okay. So we got Dell Inspiron. Isn't Dell Inspiron 5000 an old computer too?
Don't buy Inspiron. Inspiron is shit.
What?
With Dell, only Latitude. That's their business class.
Okay, Dell Latitude.
The business ones are the good ones. The shitty ones are the ones that look trendy.
Oh, here! The Lenovo Idea...
Fuck that. No.
No.
IdeaPad.
Don't.
ThinkPad. Everything that Lenovo makes that is not a ThinkPad is a piece of shit. Lenovo is a horrible company.
You just told me Lenovo's a good company.
No, IBM is a good company. IBM made the ThinkPad. Then Lenovo bought their computer division from IBM and started making their own shit. Lenovo itself is actually trash. They're less than trash. But the ThinkPad, that's the part of Lenovo that they bought from IBM, which makes good stuff. So when you go to Lenovo's website, the only thing on their site that's not a complete pile of shit will be the ThinkPad. Anything, because that's an IBM. At least it has some remnants of IBM in it. Whereas everything you buy that's not a ThinkPad is going to be, cheap Chinese shit.
Look at this guy. The ThinkPad T540p Big Sur goes black after verbose
This is what
mode.
you're going to be doing if you try to figure out how to use a MacBook.
I'm like, verbose mode? What is a verbose mode? I'm going to do a stream and be like, help you guys. Something happened.
Verbose is when you repeat yourself.
Let's see. Is it possible to Hackintosh the Lenovo X1 card?
That's the question you want an answer to.
Okay, here we go. What? Oh, what is this GitHub thing?
That's a signature error.
Signature for what?
Go back to the thread. Go back to the thread.
Oh.
Go back to the thread.
Yeah, this is it.
Now let's read it together.
Have a read up on the links in my signature.
Okay, so you're going to have to use GitHub. Do you know what GitHub is?
No.
That's where people can post code and other things that you get to compile. Have fun. Put the hack in Hackintosh. I gotta go.
I was looking for something like put USB drive in here and it installs itself. Like, that's what I was hoping for.
Hack, Erica. Hackintosh has a hack in it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, you can hack using a USB, right? Oh, goodness. What about a ThinkPad, oh, thank you, Billy. What about a ThinkPad X12 detachable? Okay, ThinkPad X12, look, let's look that up. ThinkPad X12. Uh-oh, it doesn't look that good. I mean, it doesn't look good. I don't know about the Hackintosh thing. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna need help. Check my BIOS version.
LOL.
I've experimented this bug with BIOS 1.03 JET47WW and the CPU rises up quickly up to 99% Celsius at full load. It is extremely dangerous for the health and lifespan of your laptop. You lost me after you said I experimented with this bug. Okay. Uh-oh. So yeah, you can get your laptop bricked by a BIOS update done within Windows. If you guys could see my eyes right now, they're glazing over more than Krispy Kreme donuts. Disable CompuTrace, just disable VTD, VTX, enable CSM, enable USB 3. This might be just a little outside of my scope. What was a Sensor Hub? What is a gyroscope? Gyroscope. I don't know. No, my hardware. My hardware. Dear Google. Hey, do you know what a gyroscope is? Do you know?
I gotta go.
No, what's a gyroscope?
Go.
Well,
You gotta go.
it's something that maintains velocity. That's inside of a laptop? I was gonna ask you like Jeopardy. Gyroscope. I don't think that's in my notebook. But it's in a...
That's the thing that tells where the device is. So when you turn it, a gyroscope is the thing that tells when it's this way.
Okay. Versus the other one.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not on my laptop, is it?
No, it's in comments.
Yeah. So what was the whole thing? Oh, wait, that was a detachable one. Oh, maybe that's why. Okay, never mind. I learned something new.
You did. You know that little yellow bumblebee dress.
Okay. So I'm not familiar with that ThinkPad, so I was like, what the hell? Cleo doesn't have any of this stuff. Why would Cleo need to maintain her velocity? But then again, she's not a detachable one. Rotation. Okay. Let's see. You're barking. Okay. If you run the Mac OS as a virtual machine, you can. Oh, there you go. Yeah, maybe I can do it as a virtual machine. You think the computer can handle that though? But wait, could I put a Big Sur as a virtual machine? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so so ThinkPad. Let's go over here. Yoga one. Ew! I know. Oh, look at this big, chunky looking computer. It looks like it. Well, that's a nice computer. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's do. Okay, let's see. Okay, this person did it. And an X250. How big is that thing? That sounds kind of heavy. Oh, it must be old. Oh gosh, it is old. Oh, I can tell it's old. Oh, let's see. Oh, just, it's a freaking square. It's a square. No, I don't want that. I want something closer to this. Okay, let's see. Wait. P50. Whoa, how big? This is Big Sur on Lenovo ThinkPad P50. That's the one Lewis has. Oh gosh, who wants to put Big Sur on that like crappy screen? Oh, ThinkPad. Yeah, okay, I think I just searched it. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't look like too many. It's only like the old blocky ThinkPads. People have been successful with that. Okay, let's see. X1 carbon will be nice. Okay, X1 carbon, let's look. X1 carbon virtual machine. Oh, jeez, okay. What? Can I, this is gonna sound so stupid for me to say because I just don't know any better. Can I do a virtual machine on the X1 carbon? Can I? Because I know you can do that. I know you can do that with a MacBook, but I don't know if you could. I know you can run Windows on a MacBook, but I don't know if you can run OS X on a ThinkPad. we go. Wait. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, look at this. I currently run a Windows VM on my X220T and T410, not my T50, because unfortunately I learned only after buying an i7-3632QM that it's not VTD compatible. So not great. Oh gosh. Yeah. Meanwhile, if you buy a MacBook, which MacBook you buy? Let's see which MacBook you buy. Okay, you get this, this, this. It will always have a soft spot for the Air. Oh, oh, look at that. Oh. And then if you wanted to buy one, you could just, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Which finish you like? I like silver. Gold, space gray, and I like silver. Let's see. Select. See, when I bought my MacBook, you guys, like, I was like, okay, I don't know if this is good, but it sounds, look at this, like M1 chip with 8-core CPU, 7 cores, 16 core. I don't even know what the difference between 16 core and 8 core. I mean, like, it's double, but I don't know how fast double E is. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, you can either get 16. Storage, 256 is fine. Pre-install, Final Cut Pro, no. You get your little charger, you get your adapter, you get your Air. You get to see everything. And that's it, right? That's it. I think that's it. See? Simple. It's just like all you got to choose is like, do you want more or less? And then do you want more storage? And I don't have any to deal with this whole other stuff over here. See all this stuff? Like, I'm like, what? What? Yeah. Like, this stuff, I'm like, well, what is this? Well, up to 4 gigahertz with turbo boost in the 4 cores and the 8 threads. It's just pretty simple here. So anyway, you guys know how compared to, let's say, something like those System 76 things or like a ThinkPad, I just feel like a MacBook is it's just so, it's less stressful to think about. Yeah. And then it already has it. On there. See? And then you could just add it to your bag. Ta-da! Oh, look at this. You get your MacBook Air accessories too. Apple Care with your Mac. 3 years of accidental damage. It doesn't cover water damage though. Yeah, does it cover water? It does not cover water damage. Peace of mind. Okay, where's the fine print? Limited warranty. Yeah, here we go. MacBook. This warranty does not apply to damage caused by accident, abuse, misuse, fire, liquid contact, earthquake, or... yeah. See this? Whoops. So it's only if, like, something... shorts inside or something like that. But not if you, like, drop it off a bed or drop it on the floor or something like that. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Just want to see. Okay, let's see what else Apple accessories we got over here. Yeah, you know these cables are pretty freaking expensive. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that leather sleeve for MacBook. Ooh, oh, $179. Do you see that? Oh, such a nice leather sleeve, but it's expensive. Look at that. You got the little logo on top. Actually, you know what? Let's go down. MacBook. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's look more at the accessories because I'm so curious. Yeah, MacBook official accessories are expensive. But there are things that you should never cheap out on if you do get a MacBook. One of it is your charger cord, of course. I don't really want to mess around with like a fake charger. I think Lowe's did a video on that. Oh, look at this. So you got your sleeve. You got your Office. I just yeah. Actually, I don't have Microsoft Office on this thing. I used to have it on my old Clio. Oh no, I just realized that. Let's see over here. AirPods and LG Ultrafine. Ooh, look at that nice little display. Ooh, 14.7 pixels. So nice. This is even better for me to check out Discord or Signal with this. 14.7 million pixels. Let's see up here. External drive store. What is an external drive? Nah, I'm just kidding, you guys. I still gotta back up my computer. And that's it. Yeah, we got the case, hard shell case. I don't like the hard shell case, but yeah, that's it. See that? I mean, like it's so pleasant to think about. And then they tell you like, yeah, you sure you don't want to add in your thing? Oh, you want to add in your gift wrap? Okay. And here they go recommending the product again. That's all. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, let me read this over here. Buy the most expensive. i7 or higher. What is this? Wait, which one is this one? This is... What eye is this? Is this an eye? Yeah, I don't see any eyes on here. Is this... I don't know. I was thinking about getting a MacBook Air. Not this one, but I heard like the newer one that comes out. Let's see here. I never saw it, but see there's like the MacBook Pro 13-inch, and I'm assuming that's stronger than the Air. Ooh, look at that nice graphic. Let's see here. Let's check this thing out. One thing I have to say about Apple is they're really on top of their stuff, like how they make their webpage. Look at that. They tell you like, do you want this one or do you want this one? Versus like Lenovo, it's like, where's the pictures? I don't see the pictures. Just looks so boring. So boring. Yeah, like, do you want space gray or do you want silver? Silver. Silver is the way to go. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming the Pro is stronger than the Air for sure, but how much? I don't know. Let's see. What is this one? This is a 13-inch. What's the difference? 8 core, 5. Oh, this one has more storage. I don't need more storage. Let's see. Select. Let's see this baby over here. Oh, wow, look at that. So cool. No, no, no. Yeah, look at that. So simple. Which one do you want? Do you want this or this? Ta-da! Yeah, I want to do video editing, but you remember like when I had Clio, for instance, when I made my one edited video, oh my goodness, I thought my computer was just gonna like shut down because it kept freezing over and over and over and over and over. It was painful. It was painful to do video editing on that computer. Very, very painful. I know, I know. You're right, Xanthos. Xanthos. No matter what you pay, Lewis will find something else to complain about it. Look at the other manufacturers. HP, Acer. It doesn't have to be Lenovo. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, it's something to think about. So yeah, I really like having this conversation with you guys. I learned a lot. I really thought I could just get a Lenovo and then just throw like OS X on there, but it doesn't look like that's really the case. I thought you know what? I'm such a noob. I thought it was like, okay, maybe I could uninstall, like take out the Windows and put the OS X on there. So when I turn on the computer, it's like, screw you, Windows, be gone. You know how they say be gone thought, but like, be gone, Windows, get out of here. I really hate Windows. It's just like, yeah, whenever I see Windows, it's just, I don't like looking at it. Whenever I always think about like all the shitty times that I had to deal with Windows computers. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you remember the Get a Mac ads? Okay, hold up. Like this. This is how I feel about a lot of these computers. Like Windows computers. I'm stuck during this time.
I'm a Mac and I'm a PC. Well, after 5 years, Vista's finally here. Whoopee for the whole entire world. What's wrong? Well, that isn't wrong. I mean, my new operating system arrives. I've had nothing but problems. Had to buy a new graphics card, get new memory. Now I can't even use some of my software and peripherals. I mean, let's face it, this party's a bust.
We should do this again sometime.
Sure, are you free in another 5 years?
Ooh, I have an all-day meeting in 5 years. How about 5 years in a day?
Well, I got a strategy session that day. What about 5 years and 2 days?
Oh, look at that. Do you remember these ads? I remember these ads. These Get a Mac ads. Oh, this was just so great. I remember it's like, yeah, when you have like the viruses and stuff like that or whatever, like, oh gosh, just like, I just love my MacBook so much. So yeah, sometimes I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember those times. Oh, the painful. After I got my MacBook, I was telling people like left and right. I said, you know what? I had an HP. It was such a piece of crap. I wasted my money. I should have thrown that money out the window. And what I had to do was like the next year, I bought a MacBook, and yeah, I never looked back. I never looked back to Windows. It's like I refuse to go back to Windows.
Oh, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. This? You know, we use a lot of the same kinds of programs.
Yeah, like Microsoft Office.
But we retain a lot of what makes us us.
But you should see what this guy can do with a spreadsheet. It's insane.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, and he knows that I'm better at life stuff, like music, pictures, movies, stuff like that.
Whoa, what exactly do you mean by better?
By better, I mean making a website or photo book is easy for me, and for you, it's not.
Oh, that kind of better.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other kind.
Yeah. The same guy is now in Intel videos. Hey, that's like the freaking Verizon guy. Remember that guy, the Verizon guy? Can you hear me now? He went over to like another competitor or something. Did he go to Sprint or something? I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about. So, don't let the mean man Now I just want a computer that I don't have to worry about it breaking, but it has OS X on it because I love OS X. It's just my thing. It's my thing. I like looking at it. I have this. Anybody who uses OS X will see like, okay, close window. Every time you like open your window and you close it, you always have these 3 little buttons here. See the little buttons? See it? See? You're red, you're yellow, and you're green. It's just like it sounds so stupid for me to put it that way, but I really like seeing things like that. It just looks pretty. It looks pretty, and it works for me, and I like OS X so much. I'm like, if only you could put that in Lenovo, then I would jump over to Lenovo. Well, provided the screen looked okay, but I would jump over to Lenovo with the little OS X in there, and yeah, I don't mind. Oh, actually, I would not like looking at that red nipple. You guys know what I'm talking about? The freaking red nipple. See that? The red nipple right in the middle. But I'm okay with it. You know, I would think about it. But if I can't have OS X on there, it's a little bit more complicated. Yeah. But good on Apple, you know, good on Apple for saying, yeah, we're just going to keep it to our hardware. You can't just put it into like a cheaper thing so easily. Or if you do, you might have to get a 2015 Lenovo or a Dell or something like that. And yeah. Oh, Verizon girl. Yeah. So, yeah, again, I would be fine moving it over to Lenovo. I just like the operating system. But, oh gosh, well, what is this? I hate this touch bar. Never mind, I hate touch bars. Touch bars are so stupid. I don't like touch bars. Okay, so I think the MacBook Pro has a touch bar, right? All of the MacBook Pros have a touch bar? Yeah, I don't want a touch bar. Screw the touch bar. I saw the touch bar actually in an Apple store. I checked it out when I was in Hawaii, and I hated it. I was like, no, I want it to be less shiny parts. I just want it to be basic. So that's why I think I'm drawn to the Air. Because the Air is just like, I don't got a touch bar. It looks a little bit more, not so many things can break in it. But, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Doesn't that look cool? You don't see Lenovo making these cool graphics. Like, why doesn't Lenovo have one of these things? Like, let me go back. Like, when Lenovo makes their websites, how come they don't make any, like, cool things like this? I'm sure they have a marketing department. But I mean, like, you know how much further they would go if they had something really cool looking? Let's see. Like, over here. Like, you look at your Apple website, you get this. See, ooh, nice colors. Nice pictures. And then we go on Lenovo. Let's look at Lenovo. What are you showing off? I gotta click. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Okay, let's see. Look at this. Real power comes from within. What the hell is this? This looks like something I would charge something through. Oh, it's a Think Center. It's a Think Center. Is that like a Mac Mini? It looks like a Mac Mini of sorts. I don't know how big this is, but it looks like it's kind of small. I feel like if I saw this, I would just like think it's some kind of like computer part. Yeah, wow, look how small that is. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. It's tiny. And then we got our... They don't make the Mac Minis anymore, do they? I haven't followed up with MacBook in a while. Oh, they do. They do make the Mac Mini. Oh, look at that. More guts, more glory. What is this one? Real power comes from within. See this? Real power comes from within. And then this one says, more guts, more glory. Dang. That's some cool looking graphic. Max power mini footprint. Look at all the colors. Look at all the colors. They're so like, oh, so much colors. And then you got this. Boring. Oh no, this is not bad. This part's not bad. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Nano desktop. No screen note, yeah. Apple, if you're asking for the price... No, Mac Minis are not that pricey. They're less than a laptop, I remember that. Unless I'm remembering it wrong. What was it, 500, 600? Yeah, 700. See that? It's like a little square. I have no idea if they have paging issues for the MacBooks. Oh, look at that. Anyway, so I need to get going, you guys. But yeah, I really like having this conversation with you. If you guys have any suggestions what I could get, like if I could get, I highly doubt this is the case, but if there's any way I could get I could get OS X easily on another laptop, like let me know. But I don't think so. I don't think it's simply like just, yeah, I don't think it's that easy from what I'm reading. Unless you get a really old computer, and I don't want a brick. I don't want no P50, okay? That thing is just terrible to hold. Every time I lug that laptop, I'm like, dang, this feels like it's like two Clios over here, and it's like a big hunk of plastic. Oh, I don't like that laptop at all. Yes, Lewis's laptop is way more powerful than mine's, but it does not spark joy. It just, even the screen doesn't spark joy. Yeah, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let's look. So this is this the one that he has? I think this is the one he has. P50, right? Yeah, his screen does not look that great. It's kind of, yeah, see this? Like, it gets the job done. It's easy to fix, but... ugh. Versus my nice, sleek MacBook. Look at that. Learn more. Let's learn more about that MacBook Air. Oh, look at that. So cool. So cool. Anyway, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I was just really thinking, I just wanted to explore the option of just getting a ThinkPad and loading OS X on it. Doesn't, yeah, but it sucks. Like if someone tells me like, yeah, you can get a ThinkPad, but you got to go back to using Windows, I'm like, I don't want to use Windows. I don't want to use I don't like Windows. I don't like Windows. Buy a Chromebook? No, but Lewis was telling me, he said the only one I should get is a ThinkPad. Yeah. That's what he was saying. So he maintains it. He says don't get the Yoga, just get a ThinkPad. So under, what falls under ThinkPad, or are you ThinkPad? What falls under ThinkPad is, come on, where does it go? ThinkPad, see over here? What's this, Legion? Oh, that's too big. Yeah, I don't want a 17-inch one. I actually like a 13-inch laptop the best, but I don't think they make one. So where's that Nano one? Here, Nano. See? This is so cute. It's the perfect size. It's either the Yoga or the Nano would be, which I really like. And Lewis does not like the Yoga, so it seems like the Nano would be the better bet. But would have to run Windows on this thing. The only downside, I guess, if it could run OS X on it, that would be perfect. But Windows. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, does MacBook get shitted on about their different product lines? Because it's like, I feel like if people shit on MacBooks, they shit on the whole thing. They don't just selectively crap on them. It's not like, oh yeah, well we hate the the other lines that's outside of ThinkPad. But Lenovo, like you guys heard what Lewis said. He said he doesn't think Lenovo's a great company. He just likes their ThinkPads and that's it. So chances of Lewis getting a Lenovo sponsorship, not very high based on what he said. But he is a fan of the ThinkPad. And for me, I just kind of look at the MacBook and I'm like, hey, MacBook. Yeah, I guess the secret sauce, in my opinion, is the operating system for the MacBook that just sells me on it. That's it. I just really like using a MacBook. How can we help you today? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, does Apple do that kind of thing? If you stay around too long, they don't do this. So like, do you want to buy from us? You know why? Because they hit you with these cool graphics. They hit you with the cool graphics, so they don't even have to like prod you to buy or ask you for help. It's kind of simple. What color you want? See? Is this even a discussion? Yeah, I don't want to. It's okay. Look, if you can get a laptop that is not like heavy as can be, like super heavy, and it has a nice screen, and it's kind of like the ThinkPad Nano, and you can load OS X on there, I would be okay with switching over to a ThinkPad. But yeah, I think OS X is like, that's the kind of thing, like I use it and I like using it. I like, if I don't use OS X, it's just, I don't feel like it's an Apple computer, you know? It's just like, I look at it, I'm like, damn it, it's freaking Windows again. I thought I turned my back on this back in like 2011. Oh, 2012 actually. So yeah, I want to look forward. I don't want to look back on. Yeah. Yeah. CL says, I pretty much stated should end up with the Apple M1. Yeah, so right now it seems that as much as I delved into other possibilities because of my lack of technical knowledge and because hackintosing a computer might not be 100% foolproof. You guys hear about someone saying things like, what was that one person? They said something along the lines of, yeah, you gotta, it can overheat, or you gotta deal with this BIOS thing and GitHub stuff. I'm like, what? But yeah, it seems that for a person like me, getting a MacBook it's just like in front of me, and that's, yeah. I'm like researching another computer on a MacBook Air, and then while I'm looking at the MacBook Air screen, I look right below and I see my MacBook Air screen right there. So yeah, anyway, if you guys have any other suggestions besides a MacBook that can run OS X, let me know in the comment section. I gotta get going. But yeah, I'm happy that I went down this little short wormhole with you guys, and it is not as simple as I thought it was about getting OS X on a computer that's not a MacBook. Blows my mind, but it makes sense, right? Because it's supposed to work with like certain parts or certain drivers, and then if it doesn't all perfectly match up, then maybe you're like, people were saying, right, Bluetooth might not work, and then I don't know, some verbose mode kind of thing. I'm like, what the beep is this? But yep, nothing else can either run OS X without a problem at some point. Either make the change to a PC or don't bother. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not against. Okay, look, I just have a bad experience with Windows computer. Lewis uses a Windows. It looks like he uses Windows, and it's just like I see it. I'm like, oh, it's just so. Yeah, it's not as bright and cheery like OS X. And I say that as a MacBook user. So when you turn on your computer, Apple desktop. Let's see if you guys can see this. Like when you turn, oh wait, not this. But when you like turn on your computer, you know, you get your nice little, you get it, like everything looks nice and pretty, kind of like this. And you get, it looks very radiant. Radiant is the word that I want to use. And then when I look at Windows, let's say Windows 10, right? It doesn't have that same thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I think about, like, whenever I see this, I think of Bing or something, and I wasn't a big fan of Bing. But yeah, whenever I see this stuff, I'm like, yeah, it looks so. I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it looks. So that versus, let's go back. That versus, you know, my little ones like this. See, this looks more inviting. It looks more warm and friendly. See that? Doesn't look so squarish. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, if I hit no, actually, Lewis is against me using Linux because he says it's going to be hell on earth for me, for sure. So yeah, he as someone recommended me using Linux, and he was like, no, don't use Linux. Ubuntu, Budgie. Well, that's cute. That's a cute name. Oh, hey, look at that. But wait a second, we don't have iMovie on here, right? Yeah, see, so I would want iMovie on this thing too, so that's the other reason why I'm on OS X. Unless Ubuntu Budgie can run iMovie on this thing. So, I don't think so, because I saw that little K whatever thing, Linux, iMovie, that K will, I forgot what it's called. K to Will, it's like a forgettable name. Yeah, Kden Live. Kden Live. Like, yeah. I tried, like I said, I tried learning DaVinci Resolve. It didn't stick in my head. But iMovie was just so basic and easy that I could get it. And that's why it's like, if I want to do video editing, I want to only use iMovie. Because I want to just have it like, I don't want to, overcomplicate things. So iMovie, I feel like, is really nice. Yeah, Kden Live. Polar with the bird names. Yeah. So if there was, okay, look, if there was something that was similar to OS X, which had basically the dupe version of iMovie on there. I don't know how Kden Live is. Lewis like didn't recommend that. He uses DaVinci Resolve, and for me, I'm like, nope, DaVinci didn't work. I tried with Womora Wondershare. I didn't really care for that either. So maybe it's a whole MacBook user thing, right? What is a MacBook user drawn to? MacBook apps. I think the way that Apple is set up, it's like they make things so intuitive and simple that even if you're lacking on certain things, it's like, don't worry, we'll figure a way to get the job done. And if you need help, and if you screw up, don't worry, you can bring it over to the Apple store, right? You can talk to one of those geniuses. And I remember when I used to go over to the Apple store, in Hawaii, you know, just to check things out occasionally. I would see people, they would be this like, what was it, like talk to a genius, and then they walk you through on how to use your MacBook, and then people have these questions, and yeah, it's basically like hand holding over there. And for a person who's not who just like kind of feels like their strong suit is not like computer stuff, like that, like using a MacBook, it's like you feel more confident about that stuff. So like if anybody is not confident using a computer, like 100% I would recommend that they use a MacBook. But the only downside is that repairs are costly, and with the way things are, right, I don't know how repairable how repairable like some parts for the newest MacBook is. If they close the supply chain kind of thing. So yeah, but I could just try to prevent any drinking water on my MacBook, or making sure nothing knocks my MacBook over kind of thing. I think Cleo, she fell on the ground. She got accidentally knocked over on the ground about 7 times. It's like I would fall asleep, right? Like I'd fall asleep, I'd keep the laptop on the bed, and then I roll over, and then it just like falls off the bed, or I put it on the cat stairs, and then it falls off the bed, that kind of thing. It's yeah. I've actually dropped even this computer like one time. I drop my phone constantly because I have it on the bed. Like if I fall asleep and then it just drops, or I have it on the cat stairs and then something happens, or like Oriole knocks it over or something like that, it drops again. So lots of drops, a lot of accidental drops. Yeah, yep. No, I'm okay with changing from an Apple laptop to a Lenovo laptop. I just want the operating system on there. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm stuck on Apple, I guess. Lewis has a powerful laptop. He has what he wants on his lap. Do the same thing. Get it in 1 million. Home, buy whatever laptop from there. Okay, so I actually use a laptop at home. I prefer to use a laptop over a desktop because it's more portable. Like for instance, right? Like let's say I'm moving around the apartment, or if I want to film something, I don't have to be stationary in front of the computer. Like when you see Lewis do his streams, right? Or when he records things, he's always in the same freaking area, right? Because it's like you can't move a desktop. So same thing with me. It's like for right now I have the computer plugged in into the wall, but if I wanted to, I could walk away and then just go to the other side of the apartment, or go on the couch, go on the bed, that kind of stuff. So I like the portability of having a laptop. What do you actually do on your laptop? I usually just go on YouTube. I check my email. I go on Instagram. I go on Signal. I go on Discord. That's it. So yeah, I don't do anything more intensive than that. I don't game on my laptop. I'm not doing like League of Legends or anything like that. But I am planning to do video editing, and what I learned from Cleo, it's like, man, if you have video editing, it can take up a lot of freaking resources, and it really irritated me when I was trying to do video editing on that 2012 MacBook, and it was just freezing and hanging and hanging and freezing, and it's just like, oh gosh. So yeah, I want a computer that can handle video editing, so that way if I'm exporting things out, I don't have to worry about it possibly freezing 3 times just for a video, and then I have to reboot the software or reboot the program, which kind of sucks. So I just want a computer that works. I want a computer that can handle that kind of stuff. So that's all. Mac 1 Mini, but then I'd have to buy 2 things, right? So I might as well just have one computer. Oh, hello there. Hold on. I have a handsome man over here. Handsome. Oh, come here. Come here, handsome. I think he wants more food. Oh, Mac 1 editing. Yeah, I'd rather just buy one thing rather than... Oh, hold on. You got food on your mouth, Oreo. Oh, Oreo. Why do you have so much food on your mouth, huh? You know, Clinton and Barry don't have food on their mouth. Oh, come here, my handsome. Oh, oh. Let's see. Oh. Oh, goodness, Ori, you smell like cat food again. His breath. Yeah, but then I'd have to buy a Mac Mini, and then I'd also, I'd have to get like a setup for that kind of stuff. So yeah, I rather just have one laptop. Even when I was in Hawaii, I just used my laptop. I just like, using my computer, and then if I want to, let's say, go out, I can just lug my laptop inside of a case, and then just bring it around. It's the minty. I know. Mm. So yeah, no, you know what? I had a bad experience with using a PC. So after that, I just ran over to a MacBook, and then I stayed over on MacBook land for 9 years, and then yeah. So the thought of me going back to like seeing Windows, I don't think Windows looks aesthetic. Linux is like too complicated for me to use. And Lewis like says he doesn't want to be my tech support for that kind of stuff. So yeah. What you keep saying? Oh, okay, okay. So have a Mac Mini for that. Yeah, I'm hoping that I hope that I don't know much about specs, but I'm hoping that maybe the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro can handle video editing. I'm sure it can definitely handle video editing way better than this current laptop. Yeah, but we will see. Yeah, he doesn't want to be. Yeah, he doesn't want to do that. I mean, like sometimes it's like I see him like fiddle faddling with Linux, and he just that's his own thing. And I'll be like, hey, can you help me with this? I don't know what I did. Yeah, I'd be like, my computer's not working. I think I put something in wrong, or I installed something in wrong. Can you help? Yeah. So, yeah, computer stuff is not my strong suit at all, and I just like having a laptop where I open it up, it works, and then I just do what I want to do on it, and then just go on with my day kind of thing. I never shared it with you guys, but I think I did share it with you guys. But when I had a Windows laptop, I had a Windows laptop from 1998 all the way up to 2011, right? 2012, actually. And oh my gosh, I hated Windows laptops so much because like things would install on themselves, and then I would end up with all this like bloat kind of stuff, and oh, it was just terrible. So I know Lewis is telling me like, oh, it's because you didn't have a SSD on there, you had a hard disk drive. That made a big difference, but yeah, can you imagine me being tech support for a Windows computer? Yeah, it sucked. It freaking sucked when things wouldn't install themselves, and I had to figure it out. Like, oh, wait a second, I got like Windows Antivirus 7 just popped up over there, and I used to install like all these antivirus things, like Avasti or something like that. Avasti? What's that they call it? Avasti? Avasti? Yeah, Avast. And then there was another one too. There was like three antivirus softwares that I had running, and then sometimes things would install themselves, and I have to go on the computer and then figure out like, okay, so how to install this stuff by myself, and it was miserable. Like I used to spend like a couple hours sometimes just manually uninstalling stuff, and it would just install its freaking self. And now, mind you, I'm sure a lot of things changed between 2000, 2011 and now, but I never had to deal with that with the MacBook. The only downside I had to deal with the MacBook is the freaking parts breaking. Like, oh, The graphics card doesn't work. Oh, I got water damage on my laptop. Oh, the backlight burned out. That kind of stuff. So it's hardware issues. Hardware issues, and a lot of it was caused by me. Yeah. So yeah, I found that I had a lot more time in my day when I did not have that when I did not have a Windows computer, and I just enjoyed life a lot more because I didn't have to troubleshoot my own computer, and that's another reason why I like MacBooks. I think it's just like it must be tough. Like I understand. Like I imagine like some of these computer brands. Like they're trying to tell people like, oh, use Windows again, but all the people who got pissed off at Windows who went over to MacBook, right? They might be thinking like, hey, I remember my life when I used a Windows computer and it was miserable. And it's like when I think about Windows, it's like, so you're telling me the years that I spent having to go online trying to remove these viruses by myself, deal with all these, what was it, like Windows updates or patches kind of thing, and I forgot what it was, like all this stuff going on, and yeah, you want me to jump from my MacBook back to that? And that's when my brain is just like, oh, Erica, you remember how it was? And it's like, yeah. So I remember people would be like, oh, I got a virus on my computer again. Oh yeah, I've been trying to get rid of it for a couple hours, and we're not tech people. We're just okay, yeah, just Google it or Yahoo it. I think Yahoo was like a big thing back then too. And you like look at it and you see these like forums, like, okay, you gotta go over to like look at the folders, and then I forgot what it was exactly, and then delete this or type this thing in. It wasn't terminal, but I forgot what it was. But it was not fun. You have to be careful. Windows. I only use Windows. Oh. Yeah. So. I guess when I'm on my MacBook, I just feel a little bit more safer. I feel more safer on there versus a Windows because I'm like, it's like that. It's like that. What was it called? That scared face. How would I say it? Like emoji shocked. Yeah, so this is how my face is whenever I think about using like a Windows computer. I'm like, oh no, no. I remember how I was using a Windows computer. I did not enjoy it. And then even when I use a Windows computer for a short period of time, I'm just like, oh, how would I say? Emoji bummed. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm basically like this whenever I use a Windows computer. And then when I use Mac OS X, I'm like... I'm already spoiling it for you guys. But I'm basically like this most of the time. See that? And then, but sometimes my computer, like if I make too much tabs, then I'm like, how would I say that? Grating teeth. Yeah, I'm basically like this when I make too much tabs. I'm like, oh crap, I made too much tabs again. I have like 10 tabs, too much. And then if my computer freezes, I'm like this. But then normally I'm pretty happy about my, I'm normally pretty happy about my computer. So, look at this. Oh, these are all the, oh, look at that Twitter emoji. That's so cute. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything yet. Maybe it's just me. I know people say like, some people say like the reason why MacBooks seem to get less viruses is because like when people are targeting, they rather target the masses rather than like the small percentage of people who have MacBooks. Okay, how many people have MacBooks? see. How many computer users? Oh, wow, there's only 100 million? Wow, Windows 10. Yeah, Windows 10 is for... I can imagine that. There's a lot more people using Windows for business. Macs now account for 10% of active. We're only 10%? Dang, I always thought MacBook people are a little more than that. Guess not. Yeah. Only 1 out of every 10 personal computers are Macs. Shocking. I don't know if it changed, but yeah, look at that. 2018. Just 10%. Yeah, look at this. That's not too many people. Yeah, that's not too many people. This is 2020. PCs, Apple's PC share. Let's see this. Yeah, okay, we're a little higher now. We're like at 14%. See that? 14, 14.5, 14.3. Not bad, not bad. A lot less people than I thought having MacBooks. Yeah. The money back. No, I mean, like, when I bought my computer, okay, you guys, so here's the thing. When I bought my MacBook, I didn't buy it because I wanted to chase a MacBook, okay? I bought an HP originally, but it was such a piece of crap. I hated using that thing, and I remember that my computer friends were telling me, they said, yeah, you know, if you can, buy a MacBook, but yeah, I know it's kind of pricey, but you'll be fine with the PC because PCs are more powerful. But they recommended getting a Mac, and I didn't listen. I said, okay, I'll just buy an HP. I bought an HP. They said the specs looked fine. And it was just problem after problem after problem. And after I got fed up with it, I said, well, what computer should I get? And then I remember them saying, oh, yeah, you know, MacBook is good. So I got a MacBook, and that's why I bought it. I never bought my MacBook with the intention of, like, oh, yeah, look how great my MacBook is or anything like that. I just wanted a computer that worked. I was at my wit's end with that HP. It was a terrible freaking HP. Yeah. But my MacBook was not, you know, I was a college student when I got that MacBook. It was, I think it was like $1,100 for that MacBook. But I just look back at it and I say, man, I spent, I think, $700 on my HP, and I only used it for 1 year. It was so shitty, you guys. It was a real crap computer. So it kind of sucked because I realized, like, man, if I had spent $400 more, I wouldn't have had to spend, I wouldn't have had to buy like a second laptop. But I wanted to save money, and I went with the PC, and that's what happened. So that's why I went over to MacBook, and then that was Clio. And as you guys know, Clio kicked the bucket, I think, what was it, 2 months ago or something like that, right? Finally died. Yeah, so I'm on Clio 2 right now. And then, yeah. What was wrong with the HP? Oh, God, the HP was, okay, first of all, it was so slow. It felt like it took like 3 minutes to boot up. It was super slow. And then 6 months after I got it, I noticed the trackpad started bubbling up. There was like a bubble underneath it. I think it was like the paint or something was bubbling up. So I called up, I emailed to HP and I sent them a picture of it. And they said, oh yeah, that looks like normal wear and tear. And yeah, so they just dismissed it. They didn't offer to cover it even though I still had warranty. And I was just shocked. I was like, you're telling me this freaking bubble, which is the size of a quarter, is normal wear and tear on the trackpad? And they said, well, you know, if you really don't think so, then you can send it in. But if we determine if it's not normal wear and tear, then we're, if we determine if it is normal wear and tear, then we're going to charge you like $35 for it. And I said, screw that. You know, you guys can't tell by the picture that this looks very irregular. Like, is this something that's common with HP laptops where the trackpad just bubbles up? And you're going to try and tell me that this is normal? Like, really? And I just, like, based on that whole conversation, I figured, like, yeah, if I send this thing in, they're going to say, oh, yeah, it's just normal wear and tear. We're not going to cover this. too bad. And I realized like that my mistake was buying an HP laptop. So that computer got wiped. Listen to this. In 1 year, it got wiped about 4 different times. It got increasingly slower to the point it was just basically unbearable to use. And yeah, I was just so pissed off at it, and I thought like, holy crap, this is like the worst laptop I've ever encountered in my life. So seeing, hating using that laptop, and because it was only a year old, I figured, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of it. And like out of a moment of sheer desperation, you guys, like I'm not lying, it was like freaking desperation. It was being pissed off and fed up. That's why I got the MacBook. It was not, yeah, it was just like, what other computer do people talk about? MacBook. Okay, I'm gonna get the MacBook. I'm gonna spend the $1,100 on another computer. And yeah. And I bought that computer from, okay, so this is the computer that I bought. If you guys wanna, this is the computer that I bought. I don't know, I know it was a DV4T. I forgot exactly which one it was. But if you guys want to look at the specs, I think it was like the base model. But I might be higher than that because I remember I upgraded something. I can't remember what I upgraded. But it was like $700. But like, look at this. Like, ooh. Yeah. Was this a DV14? No, I don't think it was the i5. I think it was. Was it this one? I don't remember if it was exactly this one. No, it wasn't exactly this one. But yeah, it looks very similar to this. I had the white version of this. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, it sucked ass. It sucked ass, and yeah, was it? Well, they don't even have it. Anyway, so maybe this is something similar to it. Oh gosh, this is so shitty. This was my first laptop, you guys. It was my first laptop. It wasn't this one. It was another color. But I'm sure it probably wasn't too far off from what I got. Let's just look at this one. Yeah, so this thing over here, you see that little track part? This thing actually bubbled up. So yeah, it started flaking off, and then it ended up with like a quarter size thing on it, and yeah, they maintained it with normal wear and tear. And where is it? Okay, you guys can look at this. You guys will understand this more than me. See this? So compare that with a 2012 MacBook Air. I think it was specs 13. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. So yeah, you can see the difference over here. I think this is what I had. Can't remember. I think I had an A1466. Did I have an A1466? Let's see. Yeah, okay, that was it. So I had this-ish versus this piece of crap. So I was not happy with this. This was a terrible, terrible, heavy computer. And this thing made the MacBook look like it was a God-sent gift. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I actually saw this computer in Best Buy, and I saw this computer at Costco. Yeah, so the computer that I bought, it wasn't like I just thought, like, oh, let me get the cheapest computer. I saw this computer in person in two different places, and I asked around for it, and people said, yeah, it looks like it's pretty good, given the time. But yeah, if you want, a MacBook would be better, but it's more expensive, Erica. I said, oh, okay, well, I don't know anything about these numbers. Okay, but if you say this is pretty good, I'll get it. So I got it, and my money went out the window. And I think I upgraded something, but I can't remember what I upgraded because it's been so long. Yeah, look at this, 5,400 RPM versus this thing. So I use this computer, and I was like, I love this computer, holy crap. And after I got this computer, it's like I told everyone, I was like, if your computer sucks, it's because you probably don't have a MacBook. And I actually converted a few people over to a MacBook, and then they're like, oh my gosh, Erica, the computer is so much nicer. I was like, yeah, it's not just like, oh, you just buy it for the brand. It actually freaking works. I mean, like, when you come out from using this computer, it's like the MacBook seems like the golden child. So yeah, I love using this computer. I was touting this thing around, and whenever people, talk to me like, oh, I'm thinking about getting a computer, what computer should I get? I'm like, get a MacBook. Get a MacBook, don't get an HP, never get an HP, never, ever, ever buy an HP. Yeah. So it's like I tell people, I'm like, don't buy an HP, don't buy an HP printer, don't buy HP anything. Don't buy it. It's a horrible product. HP stands for horrible product. I will stick through that thing, and I look at it, I'm like, I think, honestly, if it was a better laptop, or if it was like the customer service was different, then maybe I wouldn't have had these feelings about HP. But yeah, some people, it's like, I remember I was talking to someone and they said, oh, really? HP is bad? I was thinking about buying an HP. I was like, no, don't buy the HP. Don't do it. Don't do it. Spend a couple $100 more and just get a MacBook. Don't buy an HP. And then yeah, so someone I know bought a MacBook afterwards, and they're like, yeah, it's nice. I was like, it is nice. It is nice. It's kind of like, the whole thing, like, yeah, I saved a person from buying a horrible product. So yeah. No, but people were telling me like, yeah, this looks like it's a pretty good computer. Yeah, you'd be fine on that, right? So, I mean, like, at the time, like, I told people, it's like, I don't really care. Like, I want to get, it wasn't like I wanted to buy, like, the cheapest computer around, but I bought it because I saw it at Costco, I saw it at Best Buy, and I figured, like, oh, okay, must not be that bad of a computer. Asked around, people are looking at it, they're like, oh, yeah, this isn't a bad computer. People who know specs way more than me. And then, yeah, but I do remember they distinctively said, like, oh, yeah, if you can afford it, buy a MacBook instead. And then, but they said, oh, MacBooks are overpriced. And I thought, like, really? It's just overpriced? And, this whole idea behind, like, oh, MacBook, people just buy it because they want to show off and things like that. So I was like, okay, I'll just get this HP. HP is not a bad brand, right? Yeah, HP's been around for a while. I'll get an HP. It seems like a pretty humble-looking computer. It's at Costco. It's at Best Buy. Yeah, the same model was there. So I didn't think anything of it, but one of my worst investments I ever made. Yeah, the specs don't match. Of course the specs don't match. I mean, the MacBook is superior to the HP. See? But as a person, right? As a person who doesn't know anything about computers, right? I just look at what's out there, what I see in a store, and I saw the HP and I was like, "Oh, this looks like it's pretty good. Oh, it's a nice color." And then I did not purchase this computer impulsively. I did not purchase it impulsively. I thought about it for a while. And because I didn't have any like anything to like gauge it to against, right? But people were telling me, they said, yeah, this looks like a fine computer. It looks good. Nobody talked me out of getting this computer at all. And then, yeah, I just got so pissed off at it. I went with my MacBook. And that was the end of it. That's why it's like, I have to say, like, one thing Apple gets really right is they don't really mess around with this kind of stuff. Like they don't have to worry about people bitching about the stuff getting really slow too much, because it's like you don't have that much selections to choose from, right? If you tell, like, if you talk to someone and you say, what are you going to be doing? Oh, I'm going to do video editing. It's like, okay, well, go with this or go with this. And then I feel like a lot of the stuff is already, like when you talk to people, because there's not too much ranges or there's too much lines, it's kind of like, okay, well, you're going to be better off getting this one specifically and then just doing like a small little upgrade. So for instance, right, someone could say like, oh yeah, just get the MacBook Pro. And do you want more storage space? Oh, you do want more storage space? Oh, go with yeah, so you like go with this one. And then just, yeah, your storage space, do you want less or do you want more? It costs more if you do more storage space. Oh, okay. So yeah, get the 16 gig. Or the memory, yeah, you want the max, so 16 gig. And then how much storage do you want? Oh, you want a little bit more? Okay. And then that's it. You just pick two different things, and it's like you have this whole idea in your head, like, yeah, you feel you're more confident in the lineup. Versus like some of these other things, like HP has so many freaking different computers out there. It's like your mind kind of spins. You see? So yeah, yeah. So that's what I can acknowledge. Apple did really well, and I remember when I went into the Apple store, the thing I asked them, you guys, I told them my problem, and I said my computer freezes when I have like 5 tabs open. That's it. Like it takes like 3 minutes to boot up, and it can only hold maybe like 5 tabs, and it constantly crashes and freezes on me. And then the person, I guess like the sales rep, right, at Apple, the genius, I guess that's what you call him. She like they didn't even blink an eye, and they were like, Control T, and they were like, you mean like this, and they made like 20 tabs, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many freaking tabs, and they loaded, and I was like, oh my gosh, this computer can make way more tabs than my computer, and it's thinner. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get a MacBook. And then I didn't make an impulsive purchase then and there. I went home, did more research, talked to more people about it. And then they're like, yeah, just get a MacBook, Erica. And I got my MacBook, and then I brought it home, and I was like, it works. It works. So that's what sold me on my MacBook. Literally just making 20 tabs. So it's just like control T kind of thing. And what's that? Is that Command T or Control T? I think it's Control T. Yeah, I'm not very good with my commands. It's just I just did it. Was it Control T? No, it's not. No, it's Command T. Yeah, it's Command T. Yeah. So yeah, just like there's a lot. I know that there's more people like me than there are people who are really good with computers. So that's where Apple thrives, and I think Apple does that incredibly well. When you look at an Apple product, you just have to tell them what you're doing with it. Okay, so you mostly browse online. Oh, you do some Microsoft Word documents. Do you game? No, you don't game. Okay, so just watch YouTube videos, check your emails, maybe write a few Excel or some Microsoft Word, and nothing intensive, no video editing, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, get this MacBook. That's it. You don't need a computer, you need a dog. Adopt. Yeah, oh, I better max out the RAM. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna max out the RAM. Thank you. You know what? Whatever computer I decide to get, I will consult you guys and I will ask you, like, what do you think I should do? I mean, it's not going to be that much thing. It's probably just be like max out the RAM and just make more storage, if anything. But I don't mind having an external for more space. I really just want to walk around and make videos and do video editing and then make a nice, pretty video for you guys and show it to you. Show you guys things like around New York, because sometimes like when I see things, right, it's like you guys, like if I do something on the street, it's like, yeah, it's kind of like I have to, if I want to show you something, I have to go inside, and I don't know. Some people like those kind of live videos, but for me, it's like I'd rather just make a nice, cleanly edited video, and maybe do a voiceover and show you guys around. And that's something I can't really do with a live stream, especially when my connection drops out. Like sometimes I've done live streams, and let's say I'm at Home Depot, and then I look at it, I'm like, I got one freaking bar over here. I got one bar for my data, so I can't live stream anything. No, you know what? I mean, okay, I love a Chromebook. I actually bought my dad a Chromebook, a Chromebox. Yeah, so I bought him a Chromebox. And this was really great for him. So the Chromebox, see how cheap it is? It's like all you got to do is like the Mac Mini-ish kind of thing. You just hook it up with a monitor, but you can't install any programs on there. But for him, all he does is browse on the internet, check his email. That's it. So this worked really well. Before this, I actually got my dad the, what did I get him? I got him the 27-inch iMac. I think it was the 2010 model. Yeah, I actually went overkill on this. So my dad previously had this computer just to go online and read Yahoo Finance, or go on Craigslist, or read some Yahoo News article and check his email. Yeah, I went a little overkill on this 27-inch laptop. He was telling me, he was like, Erica, this screen's kind of big. Can you imagine getting an iMac just to do that kind of small thing? But anyway, so I thought this was a beautiful laptop. You guys can see, this is a 21-inch, but I thought this was a beautiful laptop. The only downside is that the graphics card died on it, and then once it went kaput, because it was older than a 5-year-old computer by that time, Apple said, so sorry, we cannot fix it, you got to go over to another place to get it fixed. And then I found out those places didn't have the part. And then if you guys are familiar with the story, my dad went online and they said, oh yeah, you want to fix the graphics card? Just bake it in the oven. Just bake it in the oven. So I opened it up, baked it in the freaking oven with the thermal paste thing on, and it didn't work. So yeah, I realized from that, like, okay, Erica, yeah, replacement parts for this computer is kind of pricey. You don't really need an iMac just to check your email and read Yahoo News. So that's where the Chromebox fit in, this thing. And it's been, I think he's had it for about 5 years or so, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. Like I said, you can't install anything on here, so it works perfectly for his thing. And when this thing breaks, 100%, I'm going to get him another one. 100%. So, yeah, I love that computer so much. Wow, good luck with editing. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys know anybody who has like really basic computer needs and they're not using Microsoft, let's say they're just browsing the internet 99% of the time or 95% of the time, or sending out the occasional email to family or something, just get them a Chromebox. Such a good investment piece. I was so shocked. I was like, this thing is so cheap. It's only $145, compared to like a MacBook or iMac, like that. Yeah, I think I got the 27-inch iMac for, I think it was like $650 used. I bought it off Craigslist, and yeah, it was great while it lasted. It only lasted about 2 years though, so $300 a year, kind of pricey, right? Kind of pricey, but yeah. Oh, it just started randomly working again. I didn't replace it. No, I didn't replace it. It's like the gods decided to take pity on me. And it was like, okay, Erica, I know you've been crying about this. So, yeah, I gotta change. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change my password on this computer to make it caps lock. Because you guys know this stupid caps lock thing, right? Where it's like everything, like, okay, let's say this, right? Let's say my password is like, let's say Chrome Box Love, right? Let's say that's my password, right? Because the keyboard is acting up. When I log into the computer or when I try to enter my password, it goes like this. So I cannot log in because it's all the way on caps lock, and I can't turn off the caps lock because the shift key is wonky. So the best thing to do is just change my password to this until I feel like fixing that keyboard kind of thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get going, you guys, so I will talk to you guys later. Yeah, I hope, I really, like I said, I think that it seems like the direction is taking me back over to the MacBook. I really was hoping that I can go over to a Lenovo and just put OS X on there, but I learned something new today. And I don't want this stupid touch bar, though. I don't want the MacBook Pro touch bar, so I guess it's MacBook Air. I mean, you can't get it without the freaking touch bar, right? I want to stick to a 13-inch computer. No touch bar. I don't need the touch bar. More stuff for it to break. Look at that. So cool. So cool. But we will see. Buy a Mac with lots of RAM and many cores and many... You know what? When I decide to make the purchase, you guys will hear about it. And you guys can, like, walk me through it. But, you know, it's not going to be anything big. It's just going to be like, okay, which MacBook should I get? I gotta see it. I don't want to get the freaking Pro, though. I don't want the touch bar. I'm just being finicky, I guess. So, and I just have a strange allegiance to the Air. I just really like my MacBook Air. So, yeah, talk to you guys later. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have any suggestions for me, if you guys can think of some easy Hackintosh for a laptop that isn't a MacBook to get OS X on there, let me know. But I really would like it to be on, ideally, like this computer, because it's nice and thin. What are you looking for today? Laptop that's ready to ship. Let's look at what others. What? Oh, that was a survey. Dang it! I thought they were actually asking me what I was looking for. I thought they were gonna help me. No. No, I learned that there's not too much stuff that I can turn to. Like, if I want OS X on there, I gotta stay with Apple. If I give OS X up, then I can go back to Windows. Which I don't like Windows. I don't like using Windows. I like using MacBooks. I like using the OS X. It doesn't need to be the physical MacBook as the casing and the keyboard and things like that. But I just really like the operating system of a MacBook. Yeah. Please have Lewis accompany to the Apple store. No, I want a working computer. I don't want a computer that possibly got the box. They probably sabotaged it or something. Who knows? I'm just kidding. Nah, it'd probably just be delivered, or pick up kind of thing. Not go in there and be like, I would like to have this MacBook kind of thing. Yeah. I don't want to change for my operating system. I just like using the Apple operating system. That's what it comes down to, right? It's not the actual computer, the laptop itself. I just like the operating system. And yeah. I wish maybe one day they'll make a Windows thing. Actually, I don't know what Windows would have to do to get me to, like, enjoy using it. Because even when I use Windows computers, like, when I was in Hawaii, right? Like, for work, I would use a Windows computer. And it's like, I would use that. I'd be like, this sucks. This is just so miserable to look at. It doesn't look nice. It's not as... yeah, like the feel of using, like if anybody knows like the Mac operating system, how it looks like compared to like a Windows computer, it's just like, yeah, I'd rather just use a MacBook. And then if I'm doing video editing, I'd rather just use iMovie because I'm familiar with that kind of stuff. Yeah.